Hi, Mr. Alatorre. My name is Renae Meitler. I'm from Hutchinson Community College, and this is my demonstration speech. I'm going to be making Splenda chocolate chip cookies today. The difference between Splenda chocolate chip and just regular is just that you use Splenda instead of sugar. It saves you 20 calories and 3 carbs without sacrificing any of the taste. So I got my recipe from Splenda.com, so that's what we're going to follow today. So we're going to start off with mixing 2/3 of a cup of melted butter, another 2/3 of a cup of Splenda, two-thirds of a cup of brown sugar, and you want to make sure that the brown sugar is completely packed so that your measurement is correct. You want it to be packed firmly in the cup. Then you want to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you want to mix them together so that it becomes a nice, more creamy batter. Making sure you get the size so that you don't leave any clumps of brown sugar or anything. And we get the butter all the way mixed in. Then you take the eggs and you add them one at a time. And you want to break it up and stir it in there so that you don't just see any of the yolk just hanging out in the batter. You're going to do the same thing with the second egg. Making sure that you get it completely stirred. And it should look kind of glossy like that. And in a second bowl, you want to take 1.5 cups of flour, you need to make sure you smooth off the top of it so that you get correct measurements. It's important for carb and calorie count, and to make sure they rise right. And then you want to do 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to do that. And you want to stir it up. And then you're going to take your original mixture and you're going to put about 1/4 to 1/2 of the flour mixture into this one. And you want to stir it up so that the flour is completely, not really dissolved, but integrated into the rest of the batter. You want to make sure you get the sides so that you don't just leave any flour out. After you get the first set of the flour in there, you want to go ahead and put the rest of it in there. You're going to make sure you get it all so that it'll blend right. Your dough should start to come together so that's a little bit thicker and more resemblance of normal cookie dough. It may look a little bit wetter than cookie dough, but that's typical. And then you want to add about 1 cup of chocolate chips. You want to do the 1 cup because and the recipe calls for it. If you like more, you can, but you have to remember that you have to count that into your carb and calorie count. You're going to just stir those in, and you should have a thick batter with lots of chocolate chips like that. Then, let's clear off your space. You want to take a cooking pan. I always use a lighter pan because they seem to cook more evenly. You want to spray it with nonstick cooking spray. And you want to do about 12 cookies on a tray. And you can take about a tablespoon, which is about the size of your average cookie thing. And take it. Disperse them on the tray. And once you get that done, you want to go put the cookies in the oven. Do we have any questions? No? Okay.
Not for me.